Hey guys, Oscar here. Today I'm going to start a series of videos, and the name of the series is going to be named In My Opinion. And this is in my opinion only, okay? Today we're going to talk about the hottest topic that has been going on this weekend. We are on the first weekend of February 2025, and President Trump imposed some tariffs on Canada, China, and Mexico. And the tariffs are going to start on Tuesday, which will be the 4th of February. And he imposed the tariffs this past Saturday, which is February the 1st. So, what are tariffs? Tariffs, in simple terms, are a tax imposed on import. That's it. What are tariffs for? Tariffs is to tell companies to start making products in the United States. That's what pretty much they're trying to say. Make the products in the United States so we can consume what we make. And in theory, this looks and sounds so amazing, but eventually things will cost much more. Why? Because the labor in the United States is much more expensive. The materials are going to be much more expensive because some of the materials are going to have to be imported from another countries. And some of the materials are going to have to be imported from Mexico, China, and Canada. Now, who are the top three traders with the United States? Number one is Canada, number two is Mexico, and number three is China. So when you have a relationship where you import and export products to Mexico, China, and Canada, you have a trading relationship. And that relationship should be somewhat friendly. So, supposed to be friendly, and it should be equal. But the United States, in this case, Mr. Trump, he states that China is bringing or is letting illicit drugs come into the United States. Mexico is doing the same, and Canada is doing the same. So, if the United States implement a tariff on Mexico, China, and Canada, at the beginning it will sound okay, but eventually everything will be more expensive. For example, there are a lot of cars that are made in Mexico and sold in the United States. So that car is going to cost you at least 25% more, an average of $3,000 more. From Canada, Canada exports oil and lumber, and that's going to cost you 25% more. Therefore, filling up your gas for your car is going to be 25% more, and building housing is going to cost 25% more. When it comes to China, Mr. Trump implemented a 10% tariff on China. Therefore, that electronics and other raw material are going to be 10% more expensive. For example, a TV will cost you 25% more. Overall, what Mr. Trump or President Trump is trying to do here, he's trying to tell the companies that they have to go ahead and build and make products here in the United States. That is the main message that he's trying to tell the companies. And he's also trying to tell the other countries, such as Mexico, China, and Canada, that they have to work with the United States and they have to block the entrance of illicit drugs and illegal immigrants. That's the main message here. Now, not everything is perfect. Guess what Canada is going to do? Canada is going to implement 25% on products that the United States makes and sells in Canada. Likely Mexico is going to do the same, and likely China will do something very similar. Therefore, that the items that the United States is trying to sell outside of the United States are going to be more expensive for those individuals. Therefore, the individuals are going to buy less products. And in conclusion, what's going to happen, we are going to likely hit a recession. Likely, we're going to lose some jobs. Likely, everything will be much more expensive. And you know that your salary is not going up. You know that for sure. So, everything that you want to buy on the regular basis is going to be more expensive. And I do not think that implementing tariffs on your partner, which is your main partners, which is Canada and Mexico, is very smart. I think this is going to cause many, many issues, and the individuals that are not financially stable are the one who are going to end up paying the price for all this. And in my opinion, hopefully, I'm completely wrong and everything goes amazing. Hopefully, I'm completely wrong. But I've seen something similar in the past. And what's going to happen? Everything is going to be much more expensive, and there will be a significant loss of jobs. That's my opinion. What can we do? Well, right now, we can do very little. It's very likely we can do nothing. What you can do for yourself is to prepare, have some cash on hand. If you have credit card debt, try to pay that off as much as possible or as soon as possible. Try to avoid credit card debt, try to avoid high interest debt, and so on, because you have to, number one, you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your family. That is the main thing you have to do. So that's the best thing you can do. I think this is the beginning of many, many things to happen. And I think that the economy is going to suffer in the short term as well as the long term. And that is my opinion. I believe this is what's going to happen. And I also think that countries like China is going to start being more friendlier with countries such as Canada and Mexico, and they're going to influence those two countries, and likely they're going to form a relationship where they can import and export products within them at a very low tariff. That's what I think it could happen as well. Now, Mexico exports about 80% of its products to the United States. And what Mexico likely is going to start doing, they're going to start likely creating more relationships with Latin America, China, and other countries so they don't depend on the United States. Right now, it looks pretty, but I think in the long run, the United States may hurt. And I don't think this is good. All right, guys, this is my opinion and my opinion only. And I hope you found this video informative. I hope you liked the video. Please click like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you.